Hello everyone, this is Michael Meeks here with Digital Increment, and not too long ago I had a situation where I was given a spreadsheet by someone, and the situation was that they had sales data for each division and in a tabular format, and the situation was I was receiving a pivoted table from Excel. So actually what I did was I figured I'd do a tutorial on how to unpivot data. So I pulled that data into SQL Server. Data, all right. And the sales data looked like this, where you had the department, the classification of the product, and the sales numbers by week for each classification of the product in a department. And so the situation was we had to take this data and put it into a normalized table. And I figured that, hey, why don't we just go ahead and walk through how to do that. So here we have the data that was in the Excel format. And what we're going to do is unpivot the data and put the weeks in a specific column for each class and department. And we're going to have sales for each one of those. So let's do it like this. Let's put out every, shouldn't do that. What we're going to do right here is just going to do it. All right. So we're going to start off with that. And one of the first things that we're going to do is just kind of think through how we want the data. So what we want is we want to get the department. We do want to get the class. So the situation is we want the weeks as its own column, and we want the sales figures. All right. So and all that's going to be from the data, right? But the situation is that we've got to pivot said data. So the text for that is going to be unpivot. All right. And see, I like to do this. And we've got to put that to signify that it is a derived data set. So once we get that, okay, so now we've got the weeks. And now we've got to get the sales. So how we're going to proceed here is we're going to put weeks. This column does not actually exist, right? We have to create this column basically out of the blue. I'm sorry, we want to do it like this. Sales. All right. All right. And this also is going to be a derived column. So how do we get the weeks? Okay, so let's just get it like this. We can just get it from the information schema. Okay, so column name information schema columns where table name equals pivoted data. All right, and how we want to do that is this. So now. So now we've got the weeks, we've got our weeks, right? So let's go ahead and take our weeks and add these weeks in here. All right. So, all right. Build this up. Oops. So now look what we've done. We've taken the derived value column that we've got the derived value column, and we've got the derived column that's going to store our column names. And so if we run this, we've got our department, class, weeks, and sales in an unpivoted format. All right. So pretty simple and definitely easier than the pivot function that we went through maybe a month and a half, some change ago. You guys go ahead and check that video out if you want to know how to pivot video. Look, if this was very helpful, go ahead and like this video. It really helps. And go ahead and subscribe to get more helpful videos.